basically, between all of us, it was a battle of two artists completely. Over everyone else, both of these artists were really close, and we all pretty much agreed that these two artists right here are number 1 and 2, and it's going to be a battle between these two. We're going to reveal them at the exact same time. Number 1 and number 2. Nacho Picasso.
Between China with the Chinaman, blowing marijuana, now I need me a Klonopin.
And Sam Lachow.
Real hip hop like Lil Pay, and stop saying you bitch in every song. Touche.
I never realized how big Nacho's buzz was, just because when I first saw Nacho, I was like, he's Kenny Mack. That's what I thought of. You know, I came back from Portland. I'm like, he's Kenny Mack. He's the same person. But Kenny Mack went. So, I mean, it's hard to, and if you look at his follows and his views on YouTube, and the dude's hitting, he's getting numbers.
Productions.
I'm not sure he's bigger than Sam.
Yeah. About Nacho's public perception. He is
everywhere.
He's
Everywhere. It goes back to the conversation that we had last year in the panel. I mean, every chick wants to fuck him, and everybody it's that simple. I mean, that dude just got a swag about him that not a lot of people have. I mean, everybody wants to be around him, you know.
He always brings out so many people when he's on the bill.
Oh yeah.
And he puts on for his team, you know. I mean,
Yeah, you can argue more than
they all
Nacho.
work together, you know. Like in that, you don't see a lot of like
He's
the camp loyalty like that anymore, like you used to see like in the 80s and 90s in hip hop, you know, where it was cliques, you know. And with Morgan, it's like if Nacho's on the show, then you're gonna see Jar, you're gonna see Gabby, you're gonna see Thad, you're gonna see if Sam's in town, you're gonna see Sam, like, and it all interchanges like that. But I know like Sam's got big buzz too.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's selling out shows. I mean, I never heard of him.
And I heard a lot of people say that Sam should have been on last year's list.
I didn't even know about Sam until he dropped that up in a group line and sent it over to we out here. And I was like, dudes, check this one. They're like, oh shit. Now, and he said this is on, like, immediately, the same day. You know, Nacho was the same way. I mean, he drops some shit, you get the email, it's up.
Yeah.
Like, and they get and they draw people into the site. Like, so that's why these two are at the top of the list. I think because you put these guys up, people listening.
Yes.
They want to find them. They want to see them. What else is there? They're not easily accessible. In and out of town. They got a crazy buzz.
Start with impacting the community.
I would say Nacho just probably because he's here more often than Sam.
When he's there, you know he's there.
You know he's there,
But
right?
I mean, it's kind of the same with Sam though too. I mean, that Sam, like, as corny as it sounds, it kind of to me like kind of reminds me of like Mack Miller. It's like it's just like he shows up and he's like with 20 people at the park, you know, kind of thing. No, I'm saying like he's always got like a group with him. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean like Nacho's like the same thing too, but like.
Sam has
I mean,
more of a
it's the
chance
same
of
thing,
having
you know,
a
I mean,
special on
flock to
MTV.
both of them like that.
Better chance of being on MTV. That's a damn good point.
Lyrics.
I'd say Nacho.
Nacho. I mean, nobody sounds like him.
Yeah.
He's his own person.
And I
His
say that
punchlines
not
are
being a
just
fan of
ridiculous,
Nacho.
like,
rap.
He says stuff that you wouldn't expect, and like you see his appearance, and then you hear his raps, and like I'm listening, I'm like, damn, he's referencing like Spider-Man
Yeah.
and Harry Potter. I'm like, damn, I ain't
Dude got
honest pop.
range. Dude's got range.
Artist-wise, man, like as far as just being a rapper, you know, I'd take Nacho. Sam's raps, like the content and stuff. Like he feels like his melodies and cadences are on spot. Like to me, he's a producer, a writer. You know, he should be writing and producing and doing. I mean, he's behind the camera, he does so many things. But being a rapper, to me, is not as strong.
I feel like if I'm starting a label today, now to pick one, I'm picking Nacho. If I'm starting a label right now with X amount of dollars to blow, I'm putting it on Nacho. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah,
I got producers.
I need Nacho.
I'd love to hear him.
I need Nacho. Just because he does have the range, you know, and lyrically and all of that, and that's really the difference between the two. I feel like what Sam is doing has been done lyrically. Like I've heard it before, and it's not really a surprise to me. You know, like Nacho, you get it. Even though I'm not a fan of either one of their music like that, but like I'll sit and listen to a Nacho record all the way through. Sam, I'll listen to half of them and be like, okay, you know, I've heard this before.
See, I think that Sam does, you're right, he does something that's already been done. I mean, you can obviously say, you know, he doesn't have a similar flow, but I think he does it very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that his delivery and packaging is extremely clean.
Yes.
With Nacho, I mean, he has bars, but I don't listen to that kind of music per se. That super hype, you know, super. Like I have enough energy. I don't really need you to give me more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody's messing with Nacho.
Yeah.
And maybe you could relate that back to his collaboration with Blue Sky Black Death or whatever. But I mean, whatever you want to call it, he does to me feel like he has more appeal to different ranges of people than Sam does.
I mean, yeah, definitely nobody out there sounded like him. If he gets picked up, I'm seeing part for that real easy.
Right.
Yes.
Very easy.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I mean. And Sam's grind, I think we say that because we see Sam's grind in a way that's similar to Macklemore's grind, where he's touring a lot. We able to relate that really easily to like, oh, we've seen that work. And while Nacho might not be following that formula exactly quite the same, I think he can still have the same kind of an impact because musically he makes stuff that makes people listen to him.
I think that Nacho gets a bigger hit here. You talk about home, Seattle, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, etc. He hits here. People listen to that shit here. 26,000 downloads in the video he dropped last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nuts. But Sam has like hits everywhere. He gets like
that's
he
true.
hits,
Yes.
and his numbers could be flawed because he's known in New York as well, which is a bigger city. So it's kind of like from Portland, you drop a video, you get 800 views the first day. That's amazing. You get 800 views in Seattle the first day. It's not that big of a deal. It's a much larger city. You get 8,000 views in New York the first day. It's like, oh, that's cool. And so he has kind of some of that impact. He brings those followers.
Right.
So I mean, it's hard to compare sales, which I think at home and Nacho it's harder. Sam probably has a bigger audience.
With Sam, it sounds like he's headlining these shows.
Yeah, he is.
And he's bringing, he's bodies in the building.
He's on tour right now.
But this is like a second, maybe
Second,
third, like national tour, and he's definitely started for the opening.
Yeah, well, that's
smaller shows, but yeah, like you said, but right now,
Yeah.
He's done that
6 to 8
homework already.
6 to 8 months. Yeah.
He's like that. But if I was gonna go to a show right now, I would go to Nacho.
You can go see Nacho.
I'd go see Nacho.
Oh, it's a fucking party too.
Because it's gonna crack.
Right.
Like it's gonna go one. I'm putting my hand up and everything. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be
Well,
out there in front row.
Well, the energy, no doubt. I mean, Nacho, his presence on stage is crazy.
And everything else.
And he's got the whole gang, and it's
Yeah.
like, to me, it's almost like Wargate is like this era of Wu-Tang. And it's like when you see one perform, you're gonna see all of them. And you pick your favorite rapper off the click, and you can't wait to see that dude get up and do his thing.
And he's meant to be
kind of like Old Dominion. Compared to Old Dominion, like locally, you know what I mean? Though, like I remember the first time I saw those guys at Wonder Shoot. There was like 27 of them on stage out. It just blew my mind. Like, holy shit, these guys are from Seattle, and everybody's spitting. Like everybody was doing their thing. Next thing you know, like pretty much half that crew got signed to Rhyme Singers because of John.
Now, Swerve, you obviously DJ in the clubs. If you play a Sam record or a Nacho record, which one?
No question, it's Nacho.
Yeah.
But that also goes to the fact that people know who Nacho is because you see Nacho in the club, right? Air rapping and shit. But I mean, Sam's nice with it though. I think that it's like Mack said. Like I think that he has more of a commercial appeal to it. But
And he's white in Seattle. It's not hurt, bro. Like, it's like people are like, I think we got Macklemore.
and you're right. Yeah, they're looking for the next Macklemore. And labels are going to be looking probably more towards Sam, or the Sauls than they would at the Nachos. Like I think that with the machine that the Morgan and Nacho has, like they'll do their own. They'll kind of create their own lane.
They kind of be like a odd fusion.
Totally, like they'll do their own thing.
Buzz, street buzz first.
Nacho's blowing up though, bro. I mean, everybody knows who he is.
I feel like people know about Sam too.
They said people know about Sam too, though.
I heard about Sam because I heard his music in an email, and I was like, damn, this is nice. I heard about Nacho because my friend was Nacho Pop.
Yeah, I.
You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, fine. I'm not sure Avatar Darko. I'll listen to this shit. Fine. You know what I mean? But
think Sam has a bigger internet buzz though, in a way.
Yeah,
Because
no
he
doubt,
doesn't
no
necessarily
doubt.
get on all the sites like Nacho does, but he gets more views than Nacho. You look at his videos, look at his plays and all that.
I think he's
So,
better.
yeah, I mean, it's then at that point it's apples and oranges. I mean, it's all fruit. They both eating off of that. Like,
So which fruit is organic?
Which one is the one? I'm thinking orange.
that's the best line in the entire. That's it. That's it. That's the question right there. Which fruit is more organic?
Kiwi is top of the list.
I mean,
No, but Lava is totally right. This is a Northwest list for the Northwest. Which one is more organic?
I got Nacho.
I'd say Nacho too.
Nacho.
I mean, nobody sounds like him.
I think a lot of Sam's buzz, no disrespect to Sam at all, Sam's a killer. But a lot of Sam's buzz comes from the fact that he has buzz that's out of town. And for whatever reason, the Northwest, we respect anyone that comes from somewhere else. I think a lot of buzz in New York has flown its way over here, so we're like, they like him in New York, we should like him here. And his music's good. Nacho, they don't know who Nacho was in New York. Nobody has no idea what's going on with Nacho Picasso across the country. But Nacho here has pretty much has a super strong statement. And that to me says it's more organic than Sam. So anything that's at New York is not organic.
OT, you know, out of town, he's still getting downloads
I bet.
with no shows in the city. People are still talking like, fuck with Nacho.
Cats in Cali be like,
All right, we have definitely been debating about this for a long minute. Let's just put this to a vote and let's end it. If you want Nacho Picasso to be the #1 freshest in the Northwest, please vote now. We are unanimous. Nacho Picasso, #1. Sam Lachow, definitely great at #2.
1A.
Freshest in the Northwest, baby. Money here, right here, and we got Nacho Picasso here, man. I have a special thing I wanted to share with you, man.
Nacho,
Last year, we did this list called the Freshest in the Northwest list.
I remember
Got
that.
panel members across from Portland, Ellensburg, Seattle, Tacoma. This year, we did the same thing. Got together. The fans voted as well. And my friend, you are #1 this year.
#1 in the whole city?
#1 in the Northwest.
Nacho?
Nacho Picasso.
Oh man. Damn. I didn't know that. What the fuck? Last year, what was I?
#4. Yeah.
And niggas was mad that I was #4 last year. Motherfuckers gonna have to kill yourself this year. They really gonna be mad. Alright, internet beef and shit. Oh, Dr. Picasso's #4. No, bitch, now I'm #1. Oh man, we gonna light this motherfucker on fire. Hell yeah, man. God damn, that's the best news I got all day, even though I've only been awake for 15 minutes. That's good money, man. Hell yeah. #1?
#1, my man.
#1. That means I can bully everybody else on the list. I can't wait.
Anything you want to say to your fans who helped you on and the panel members?
All my fans, bro, they're like my best fucking friends, man.
Yeah.
Like, I see a lot of the same people every show. Like, I'm getting to know these niggas, like, we really party. And I had to thank my fans, man. It's like, when I first made this shit, I just made it. I made what I wanted to hear. You know, I didn't make it with anything in mind. I didn't have any ulterior motives. I just got tired of hearing the same old happy niggas, so I came through and did what I wanted to hear. A lot of people in the town reciprocated it, if that's the right word. And I just love all my fans. That's crazy. That's crazy. They really fuck with me. These niggas covered up the E on the Moore building downtown with spray paint. I'm scared of heights. You know, nobody in Morgan can swim or climb anything, so you know we didn't do it. So nobody blame us. That's how dedicated our fans are. And covered up the E on the fucking Moore building. This is like 100 years old. You guys are fucked up.
Who actually came up with the whole War Game name?
Me and Jarvis. So what happened was a few years ago, I got obsessed with the Moors. Like I was reading all these books about them, and just like the more you know about them, the less you know about them, and you start, it just opened my mind up. I was like obsessed, and I started kicking knowledge with Jarv, and he got obsessed, and ever since then, because it branched from BAYB, we had Bad as Yellow Boys, me, PCs, and Jarv. Right. And then we still had all our niggas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we're like, fuck it, we gotta, a war game. That's what it is.
And Vampsterdam just dropped. You happy with it?
I love Amsterdam, man. I'm happy with it. Shout out to my bro Avatar. And yeah, man, that's what I'm. Man, got a lot of production on that shit.
They did, right?
It was we recorded some in Seattle, some in LA. Every song on the project we did between 2 and 6 in the morning. You know, heartbeat all crazy. So that's Vampsterdam, man.
And have you heard from Rio ever since dropping that song?
Just left Rio's house, man. That's his car I drove over here. Shout out to Rio. Fuck Rio, I'm getting tatted on my finger. She loves that shit. She's a fucking star.
Going on tour anytime soon?
Yeah, I got a tour in August. I think I'm going on with Hundreds and Joey Facts. I think we're hitting the West Coast and then now a couple East Coast cities.
All right, appreciate you, my man. Congratulations, #1 Freshest in the Northwest, Nacho Picasso. All right, we want to thank the Viera Project in Seattle for letting us hold our roundtable discussions right here at their venue. Thank you to the Seattle Community College Television for running the special. Thank you all for the panel members right here. Thank you for voting this year. And do me a favor, check out Juice Radio at gojuiceradio.com, your urban music refreshment, playing Northwest, mainstream, and underground. Sermon has something to say?
If anybody has an issue with the list, you got our Twitters, at us. Don't just, blindly say something.
No subtweets.
Hashtag Freshest in the NW.
Get at us.
Join the conversation. Till next year, Freshest in the Northwest, baby. Ross Science and Ross.
I think he really stepped up as a solo artist this year.
He goes by the name of Scandalous. Afro.
Yeah.
Afro's dope.
Yeah.
Go in space. They both.
Yeah.
They both, especially Fader right now. He put up how we got that.